So this is Chef Joel from Amy's Kitchen. About to show you how to do pineapple salsa so we can cook our chicken that we're going to cook later in the oven at roasting temperature. So we're going to do the pineapple salsa first. So I already have my onions marinating. When you marinate, soak your onions in water. It takes out the spice from the onion, so that way you can just have the crunch from the onion, not the spice. So now we're going to do um, the jalapeno. So here's our jalapeno. We're going to cut the end off. And then we want it to be able to stand if we cut it in half. So we cut the bottom off too. That way it can stand. And we take it and we split it down the middle. Okay. And you want to work to what your ideal kitchen is. Like if you're at home, you work in an ideal kitchen that's at home. You're not in a commercial kitchen, so space, kids, all that is, limited when you're in a home kitchen. So you use your space accordingly. And if anyone's like me that has kids that are always running around in the kitchen, the way you do things and the speed that you do them is unique to you. Of course, there's no right or wrong way when you're in your home kitchen. It's what's best for you. Okay, got that cut. Now you're gonna push your seeds to the side. You're gonna take it, two pieces, one piece if it's best for you. Get the vein out of the middle, so you put the knife on the edge of the pepper and you slide it across the white part of the vein, and it comes off. Just watch your fingers. If you haven't been using a knife that long, just watch your fingers. If you're wondering what that sound is, it's me pushing the seeds off my cutting board. So you make, out of each piece that you get, you make two other thin cuts to where they look like this, because this is what you're going to, use to dice them. See, slice it down the middle, each piece. Hold all four together with your fingertips back. You hold it, and you're able to slide your fingers and dice at the same time. So this would be what your end product looks like, diced pepper. See, diced jalapeno. So you're gonna get your small bowl, preferably. You want to cut all your vegetables first, because once you start doing your proteins, then you got to go back and clean your cutting board or use a different cutting board. So you get everything that you have, your mise en place, you get all of that cut first. Your vegetables, your sides prepared. So I'm going to go strain the onions now. So I'll be right back. So now that the onion is strained, I'm going to work on the tomato now. And, tomato size varies. But one thing you do want to do, because this is your family eating it, even if it wasn't and you were in somebody else's kitchen, you want to take off the sticker that's on the produce that you're using. You don't want nobody to get paper in their mouth and then sue you. That's not a good look. So you cut your tomato down the middle, put the other half to the side. You want to slice it at first. Try to keep everything together as you slice. If you have a sharp knife, this is kind of easy. If you don't, it's a little bit of a struggle, but most people cut themselves on a dull knife, so always make sure that your knives are sharp. And you slice it horizontally first to what you feel comfortable with at the same time. Once you do that, you hold it all together, and then you go the other way. That creates your dice. How big or how small is truly up to you, because I'm not in your house, I'm not eating your food, but this is a quick and easy way, like I said, to save time when you have a working family and stuff like that. Normal everyday things of life. Chopped tomato. So now you should have your onion, your jalapeno, and your tomato all chopped. So you discard the other to the side, and you do this next with this other half. You slice it. It's a horizontal cut at first, holding your fingers back. Get it as low as to where you feel comfortable with, and then you turn it, and then you go the opposite direction. Like I said, this is your diced tomato. You can store this in a refrigerator for about 30 minutes before your cooking time, before you put your protein in the oven. Or you can let it sit until your protein is out of the oven. That way all the acidities have time to marinate with each other, make a nice little, flavor. So that's what you should look like. That's what you should have so far. So it's going to be a nice pretty color of everything that you already cut up to this point. And you just keep your cutting board, the area that you're using, you keep that clean. Say it's for, an unwanted trip to the emergency room. Things don't slip if they don't have a reason to slip. So now I'm going to do pineapples. If you don't have a fresh pineapple, you can always go get, whatever can you choose to have. But make sure it's the tidbits. That way it's close to the size that you need, the bite size that you need. So you make sure it's close to this size. So you make sure it's this type of can. Maybe not this brand, whatever brand you choose, but this is what you do. Now, when you open it, you're going to drain the juice off of it, because that's not what you need right now. You can save the juice to make a glaze or a sauce at whatever time you feel appropriate that you want to use it. But you strain the juice off. So strainer over top of measuring cup always works for me. You strain the juice off. So make sure the juice is out. You sift your hand through it, get all the excess juice off. Grab about a handful. Throw in your already cut up, vegetables, your tomato, onion, jalapeno. Throw it in there. Now that you have all that cut, that is your salsa. So, should have a nice pretty thing going on. Colors is everything. I like having colors in my food. So this is what you should have right now. It's your pineapples, your onion, your jalapeno, your tomato. This is your basic recipe of salsa, no matter whatever you use. Avocado, still use the same thing, salt and pepper, season to taste. Let me grab my salt and pepper. I like to use sea salt. Your brand, like I said, determines on you. So, put some in your hand. The palm of your hand cupped is approximately to a tablespoon. A little bit less than that would be a teaspoon. So, this is a teaspoon of salt. When you put it in there, you just have it go through your hand. You want to kind of grind it as it slides through. And we use, I don't have a lemon right now, but you want to use a little bit of lime juice just to keep that, the little bite when you use the salsa. So just a little bit. There you go. And that would be your pineapple salsa. You can cover this with plastic wrap to let it marinate. Like I said, I like to use salt and pepper, just my personal taste. Just for my personal taste, I like to use salt and pepper. You don't sprinkle a lot, to your taste. Or whatever other seasonings you use. My grandmother, for some reason, this went on everything. Accent went on everything she made. Half her grandchildren and her kids don't even know that, but this went on everything she made. She also used to say, if you don't put a little bit of love in what you do, it's never going to taste right. So, cook like you love it. You're cooking for your family, so cook like you love it. You just mix it up. And that's your pineapple salsa. Thank you.